undergo, undergo, undergo. Let's talk about the verb undergo. So, undergo is an interesting word that can be used in a few different ways. But essentially it means to experience or go through something, like a process or an activity. For example, you could say, she underwent surgery last week, or the company will undergo significant changes this year. In both cases, the word undergo suggests that some kind of change or transformation is happening to the person or thing in question. It's not just about being affected by something, but actually going through a process or experiencing an effect. So it's a pretty useful verb to know when you're trying to express those kinds of ideas. Here are 3 examples of practical sentence usage for the word undergo, along with brief context explanations. If you're planning to move abroad for college, you'll likely undergo a rigorous interview process with your chosen university to assess your language proficiency and academic background. In this case, undergo is used in a formal usage, implying a structured evaluation or examination. On the other hand, if your friend tells you that she's going to try out that new trendy restaurant downtown, and you jokingly say that she'll undergo a culinary transformation if they put too much spice in her meal, undergo is used in a casual conversation usage, implying a light-hearted transformation or experience. In a business context, such as when the company is implementing a new software system, employees will need to undergo training sessions to familiarize themselves with the new technology and procedures. Here, undergo is used in a business or academic usage, implying a process of instruction or education. So you're trying to figure out what undergo means. Well, in simple terms, it refers to the process of something happening to you or something else because of some external influence or force. For example, if you get sick with a flu, your body will undergo changes that might make you feel tired and weak. The main characteristic of undergoing something is that it happens to you, not that you're actively doing it yourself. It's similar in meaning to concepts like experience, suffer through, or be affected by. People often use the word undergo when describing things like medical procedures, training or preparation for a big event, or even just dealing with difficult emotions. Whereby, whereby, whereby. Let me break down the word whereby for you. So, whereby is actually a subordinating conjunction, which means it's used to introduce a subordinate clause that provides additional information about the main action described in the sentence. In common usage, whereby is often used in formal or written language, such as in contracts, laws, and official documents, to describe a situation or circumstance under which something happens or exists. For example, the company operates whereby it provides services to clients worldwide. You'll also see whereby used in phrases like for the purpose of or in order that, where it introduces an adverbial clause indicating a reason or intention. Like this, she joined the club whereby she could meet new people and make friends. One special note about whereby is that it's often confused with where. But remember, whereby specifically introduces a subordinate clause describing a condition or circumstance, whereas where is used to introduce an independent clause describing a location. The word whereby is often used to indicate the means by which something happens or exists. Here's an example of how it can be used in different contexts. In a formal letter, you might write, I am resigning from my position as CEO effective 3 months hence. whereby I will have completed all outstanding projects and ensured a smooth transition. This sentence uses whereby to specify the reason or method behind the action. On the other hand, in a casual conversation with a friend, you might say, "I'm so tired today. I think I'll just order takeout for dinner," whereby I can avoid cooking altogether. Here, whereby is used more loosely to indicate the advantage or benefit of doing something. In an academic or business context, you might write, "The new policy was implemented whereby employees would be eligible for a bonus based on their individual performance, whereby productivity increased significantly over the next quarter." This sentence uses whereby to specify the conditions or rules under which something happens. So, you're trying to figure out what whereby means. Don't worry, it's actually pretty straightforward. Whereby is an adverb that helps us talk about the reason or method something happened. It kind of like says, "This is how it went down." Think of a situation where someone explains why they did something. Maybe they got to school late because they overslept. In this case, whereby would mean explaining what caused them to oversleep in the first place. So, it's all about giving context or justification for something that happened. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but is there a similar word I can use instead? Well, yes. Words like because, since, and even due to have some similarities with whereby. But whereby tends to sound more formal and is often used in official or written language. For example, you might see it in contracts, laws, or historical documents where someone needs to explain the circumstances surrounding a decision or event. Innovation. 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 So, let's break down the word innovation. The part of speech is a noun, which means it's a thing or an idea that you can talk about. In common usage, innovation refers to the process of creating something new and improved, like a product, service, or even a solution to a problem. It's often used in business and technology contexts, but it can also apply to social movements, education, and other fields. For example, the company's latest innovation is a smartphone with an AI-powered assistant. What's interesting about this word is that it emphasizes the idea of something being new and different, rather than just changing or improving something existing. So, innovation implies a significant step forward. Innovation refers to the process of inventing new ideas or improving existing ones. And here are 3 practical example sentences that demonstrate its usage in different contexts. At a dinner party where you're discussing emerging technologies, someone might say, "I think the real innovation we're seeing now is in electric vehicles. They're not only more environmentally friendly but also have impressive performance capabilities." This casual conversation usage highlights the everyday relevance and interest people take in new ideas. On the other hand, if you're writing a formal research paper or academic article on the topic of innovation, your sentence might look like this: "The integration of artificial intelligence into manufacturing processes has been a paradigmatic example of industrial innovation, leading to increased efficiency and productivity." Here, the language is more polished and formal, indicating a higher level of technical expertise. Lastly, if you're pitching an idea for a new product or service at a business meeting, your sentence might be, "Our company's focus on innovation has allowed us to develop cutting-edge solutions that address real-world problems, resulting in significant market share growth." This usage conveys confidence and conviction, making it suitable for a professional setting. So you want to learn about this thing that happens when people make new and improved ways of doing things? Well, let me tell you, it's actually pretty cool. The main characteristic of this concept is that it involves creating something entirely new or improving an existing thing in a way that makes life easier, better, or more efficient. It's like when someone invents a gadget that helps us do our daily chores faster or comes up with a system that saves us time and energy. This idea is often associated with making things more convenient, saving resources, or solving problems that we never thought could be solved before. People who are great at this concept have a knack for thinking outside the box, experimenting with new ideas, and turning them into reality. Some people also call it making something better or finding new solutions. But let's just say it's a way of making life easier and more interesting.